Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Arkham. I do want to say I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, this thing has exploded over the past month, and on Patreon we did enter at around about 50 to 60 cents. We got into Arkham pretty early here, right before the pump, because I looked at the chart and it was pretty flat. That was looking like a really good entry point. So anyone who entered on Patreon is up over 4 or 5x at this point. So congratulations to everyone who's holding, and we're on our way to get to $3. If we go to the About section here on the CoinMarketCap page, Arkham is a blockchain analysis platform that uses AI to de-anonymize the blockchain and on-chain data. So this is an AI project that Binance invested into, actually. The platform's two main components are the analytics platform and Intel Exchange. The analytics platform covers analytics on various entities, exchanges, funds, whales, and tokens. So when we were getting into this, the market cap was around $100 million or slightly below that. So it was essentially a low cap gem for us when we were buying in. But for anyone getting into it right now, I would be cautious. We're going to jump into the charts right now, and you can see for yourself, like, this is a parabolic explosion, and it can continue pumping from here, right? No one can predict what's going to happen in the future. But what I do want to tell you is that entering, at the top here is very, very unwise, to say the least. Because for example, we got in over here, right? We got in there, and because the price was essentially flat, right? We were just, printing a little bit of a cup and handle pattern here, you could say, right? And then we had that explosion. There was no parabolic move to the upside, even from this bottom in October 2023 all the way up to this top in December 2023. That did like a bit more than a 2x, right? We can measure this. That was 177% to the upside, so less than 3x. And then we saw a pullback of approximately 47%. So this is where we got in, and this was a really good entry point. But if you compare this to this, because from that bottom at 40 cents, we're already up 650%. This is an incredible move to the upside. So I would urge everyone to be cautious, because there is a chance that you're going to buy in at this local top and you're going to see retracement from there. Now, that does not mean it's going to go, immediately to zero or anything like that. It's just going to, slow you down. You're going to be sitting at a loss instantly. And during bull markets, you don't really buy these green candles. You don't really buy when we're already pumping. So what I would be doing is I would wait for the local top to be printed. And after that, I would start looking at a retracement back to the 20 EMA at the very least. So the 20 EMA is going to be your optimal entry point on the daily chart. We're going to be targeting the daily chart here. And what happens then is, let's say right now we did print the local top, which I don't know if we have, but we could drop in a Fibonacci retracement. So from that low in February all the way up to that high in March 2024, we have a nice retracement. And for this fib to be valid, what we need to do is we need to break below the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. That's what we need to be doing if we want to be bullish. That's what we need to be doing if we want to, have this fib and have these valid support levels down below us. Because if we don't break below the 0.236, this is simply a very brief retracement to the 20 EMA and then a move to the upside from there. But if we actually lose this support level, we lose the 0.236, then we can start looking at the 0.382, the 0.5, and the 0.618, which is the golden ratio. In all honesty, I don't think we're dropping back down to $1, because from the current prices all the way back down to $1, that's a 65% retracement. I don't know if we're going to do a 65% retracement. And then again, we don't even know if this is our local top. We could continue pumping. Let's say we get to $4.20. What then? Are we going to look for the low all the way at $1 again, at the golden ratio, that's a 73% pullback. And again, I did mention that Binance invested into the project. So I do think that it has potential. Obviously, in the AI bullish niche, the market cap is still relatively low. So what I would do, if you want an optimal entry point, wait for a 20 to 30% retracement on this project. Wait for a bounce off of the 20 EMA. So around about $2 would be a perfect entry point for you. If you can enter at $2, that would be amazing. But again, we don't know what's going to be happening in the future, so I would urge you all to set up buy limit orders in advance. I am not a financial advisor by any means, but when you have these buy limit orders set up in advance, it doesn't matter if you're on your exchange, it doesn't matter if you're paying attention to the charts. What matters is that the order is set up, and if we have a wick like the one we had a few days ago, you're going to get filled. Some of the patrons adopted this mentality as well, where they set up these buy limit orders in advance, and whenever we have a dip, they get filled, and after that we usually see an instant recovery and they're already in profit. So that's a really useful strategy and a really useful tip for you. And of course, never set round numbers in your buy limit orders, because you don't want to be piled up with a bunch of other people that really like round numbers, and they'll just set their buy limit orders, to $2 on the dot. So you want to be a bit smarter than that. So set up your buy limit orders higher. For example, $2.03, $2.04.5, something along those lines. So that's what I would be doing if you're really eager to enter Arkham. But again, you don't really want to be entering right now. On the other hand, you can look into some other AI projects. Some haven't, gone parabolic. So look into those. If we see a flash crash, if we see a black swan event and everything crashes, including Arkham, right? That would be obvious. If Bitcoin's crashing, everything's going to be crashing. At that point, you can look at this little trading range that we had here. So this would be a nice area for us to retest between $1.64 to $1.43. From the local top, that would be approximately 50%, I want to say. So between 47 to 54% retracement. That would take us all the way down to $1.60 to $1.50. Let me just change the color of that block. There we go. So that would be a really good entry point. Like if you can manage to enter somewhere around $1.50, that would be awesome. But that's everything I can do for you in this situation, because the project is very new. It can continue pumping. It's in a really bullish niche. So we can absolutely do a 10x from the current prices. Right? We're sitting at a $422 million market cap. At 10x from here would put us at a $4.2 billion market cap. And the AI niche is probably going to be very bullish throughout this bull market. So we could potentially get to an $8 to $10 billion market cap on this project without any issues. Of course, I'm not a perma bull. I'm not going to be holding until my eyes pop out. I'm going to be taking profits. We have exit strategies for a lot of altcoins already out on Patreon, so we are going to be taking profits along the way, but I'm just saying there is still a room to grow with this project. Even if you, for example, manage to enter accidentally somewhere here at the top, don't worry, don't panic sell. Things are going to get much crazier during the bull market, so you want to be in a community that can guide you, and one of those communities can be found on our in our links down below in the description with our Patreon and our Telegram chat. So feel free to check that out. And obviously you can join other communities with other channels, because the more exposure to the markets you have, the more opinions you can bounce your ideas off of, the better for you. So feel free to do that. Let me know if you entered or you managed to enter Arkham somewhere down here. And let me know what are your targets to the upside. Take care and goodbye.